Are you satisfied that the money is in place to complete the Benson Stadium?
Well, I believe it is. I believe that with everything, too many attorneys involved slows the process.
But I've had people contact me and suggest that the stadium is in jeopardy of actually being completed, just from a financing standpoint. But you've looked it over, and you're convinced that no, it is in place.
Well, I'm convinced that the finances are in place, and I'm convinced that all parties at the table are going to live up to what they say.
Okay.
It's just the delays are starting to concern me because these meetings were held in early November regarding moving this legislation. Now we're almost at the end of this term, and the attorneys are still dragging their feet on it.
What should we take out of Deputy Mayor Williams' assurance that there would be something in it for Canton in terms of additional revenues? What's the takeaway for the citizens of Canton from what the Deputy Mayor told you tonight?
Well, the TIF does cover the infrastructure, which is a good thing, and that is improvement to Canton's drainage systems and our roads. So there's an added bonus there. The creation of additional jobs is always an added bonus, and anything that we can do to bring more people into the city always equals more tax revenue. But we refuse to back up and give up any of the income tax, and we're not going to.
Okay, and how about the 13,000 jobs? How does that tie in to benefiting Canton?
Well, those jobs would be working in the city limits, and they're going to be paying income tax.
Okay, and do you think that's a real number?
I don't know. You have better luck asking me if there's really a Santa Claus. That seems awful high. I would like to think that that's
What period of years are we? That's over a number of years,
that
right?
would have to be. But those numbers were presented by a consultant, and I'm not sure who that consultant is. I could see an impact on job creation. Maybe 13,000 if all the convention centers and all the retail and all the attractions are added. Well, sure, that could equal 13,000 jobs, but that's over 5-10 years down the road.
How about Councilman Schulman's point about State Representative Schuring's legislation, on a sin tax?
Yeah, it'd be a sin tax and as well as a ticket tax. Other large municipalities have made it historic. Cleveland, for example, the sin tax, they collect a lot of revenue which goes right into their sporting complexes. So hopefully we can get something like that here in the city of Canton, and we can generate additional revenue off of it. We did invest $5 million, and I'd like to see a return on our money.
You used the $5 million figure, but in reality, by the time we get through this, Canton will put a lot more than that into it.
Well, we spend in excess of $1 million every year just on the Hall of Fame Festival.
Okay.
So we've been investing for years, and I think it's time that, and the Hall's working well with us, but it's time to cash in on it.
Right.
For them as well as us.
But do you have a long-term look in, say, 5-10 years of how much beyond the $5 million that Canton's already committed to that Canton might be putting into this project?
We haven't committed anything thus far.
Okay. Well, not the $5 million?
We committed the $5 million.
Right.
Nothing past that as of yet.
So, and you're confident that Council will put the magnifying glass on any additional requests for financial?
Certainly, because we're in a tough spot financially. We don't have a lot of money to invest, so we'll be cautious on that.
Councilman Frank Morris, Majority Leader, Canton City Council, out of Ward 9 in the City of Canton.